You know, it struck me that Florence recently has been a bit of an ace killer, where whatever Pokemon the gym leader uses for their terrestrialization, I use Florence to counter them. Like, she is most definitely a special defense tank. Decent HP and special defense there. Downside is that Flowery Veil doesn't work on herself, so her position as my secret grass-type Pokemon is not making much use. Anyway, greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac, this is Let's Play Pokemon Violet. Very nearly said Explorers of the Sky there. In the last episode we beat Iono. She is fun. Maybe I was expecting more, but well, that's probably the fault of the internet, isn't it? Anyway, hello? Struggle Bug, huh? Well, we already know that. Main point is, we need to heal our Pokemon. Welcome to the Pokemon Center, still up and about. Are you here to rest your Pokemon? Honestly, I think Cyclizar Lizzie might have been a good use for the boss, but only if you don't terrestrialize, because immunity to Hex, fairly decent speed, and dragging the resistance to electric moves, but I don't know, I think it's kind of funnier to just use the flower-wielding fairy, and I did actually look it up, because Pokemon X and Y is when I started falling behind with modern Pokemon. I could actually evolve her if I have the right item. I did not mean to push that. Yeah, I do not have it. But the question is whether I'll want to or not, because the thing is, I'm not too fond of stone evolutions, because they have a tendency to lose all ability to learn moves, so I tend to level them up all the way before I let them evolve. But I did actually look at the moves that we can learn, and it really depends on whether I want to learn Petal Dance or Misty Terrain, because the rest isn't going to be difficult to pick up or underpowered compared with what we could get. And I don't know, but it's honestly not even a possibility at the moment because I lack the Evolutionary Stone. Anyway, I'd like to ask about where they recommend I go next. If I had to recommend a next destination for you, I'd say make for the lair of the Steel-type Titan. Maybe try seeking out the Pokemon known as the Lurking Steel Titan. I'll go ahead and mark the spot on your map app for you. Alright, you're all set. Go out there and have an adventure. We'll be here when you need us. Okay, it's about time we stop getting gym battles as our next destinations, but I think where would it be? Wait. It zoomed out too far. Oh, for some reason I thought that the school academy was down here. No. The other way around. So the Steel Titan is here, huh? Well, we're not going to go there. I'm honestly kind of curious about the Yuva Academy school lessons. Now, it's entirely possible that these are going to be things that I already know, but I'm at least curious enough to want to know what's going on, so let's fly. Oh dear, the frames on that lower right corner are not good. I suppose I should also have a think about what sort of Pokemon I want to bring it to a Steel-type Titan fight, because at the moment we have 2 fairies, and that would not be good. We also have Rossetti, which is nice, but Rossetti's Terastallization is Rock-type, and that would not be good. Steel-type moves. 2 types? So hard to figure out the type matchups of Pokemon with 2 types. Steel-type moves are super effective against Fairy types. Did I get that right? Yep. Interested in any classes? Good evening, Master Ekam. What class would you like to take? Biology with Mr. Jacques? Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. Alright, so what are these all about? Loading screens, that's what they're about. I want my money back. Hello, my name's Jacques, I'll be your Pokemon biology teacher. My class will learn all about the various quirks of our beloved Pokemon together. I hope you all come to... Wait, no, you should get the Citron voice. I hope you all come to love Pokemon even more from the things you learn here. In today's class, I'll teach you a great way to get you to know your Pokemon in more depth. If you'd like to become better friends with your Pokemon, you can let them come out of the Pokeball and walk along with you. Sounds great, right? You can use ZR to throw a Pokeball and let the Pokemon inside. Nothing cuter than watching your Pokemon run along underfoot, if you ask me. Once you let Pokemon out, try speaking to them. They're sure to respond in some way. It's a great way to get to know them better. However, letting your Pokemon out of its ball isn't a great idea in some locations. Can anyone tell it is where you shouldn't have your Pokemon walk along with you? Inside buildings? That's right, great job, Ekam. I see you did your homework. The correct answer is we do not walk with our Pokemon indoors. How about that? Some Pokemon might damage walls, desks, or other things while walking around inside buildings, so it's not allowed regardless of the species. Therefore, please only let your Pokemon out of the Pokeballs while outdoors, okay everyone? Yeah, so you're saying I can't let my Wailord out right now? I think I see them out and about in classrooms from time to time, but still. Anyway, you become even closer with your Pokemon pals by walking together. Oh, almost forgot. Keep in mind, you can only walk with your lead Pokemon. Remember, ZR, throw the ball and let out the Pokemon inside. You also want to remember that throwing a ball at a wild Pokemon will start a battle. Looks like that's all the time we have for today. See you next class! Honestly, I'm always forgetting about those controls, so it probably is helpful to tell me that. I wonder if it's listed in the adventure guide. Oh. Wrong button. Well, that's nice, but that's not what I wanted. Okay, adventure guide. Lock on and let you start a move battle. R to have your lead Pokemon take out Pokemon automatically. Okay, that's the handy stuff. Two lessons? Oh, that's probably second lesson in biology then. I wonder how they're going to make math about Pokemon, huh? Although, technically, I think math's math, whichever you prefer, really. Hello everyone, nice to meet you. My name's Time, I will be your maths teacher. Sorry to put you all on the spot at the start of class, but let me ask you a quick question. Do you enjoy numbers, arithmetic, and the like? Yeah, sort of. Nimona, why are you here? Yeah, thank you for your honest responses. Some of you may like numbers, some may not. I think that makes a wonderful mix. No matter your opinion, I hope you find yourself enjoying our lessons together. I'll do my best to find a good way to match up your interests with all types of maths lessons. Speaking of which, are you caught up in your studies of Pokemon type matchups? For example, grass is strong against water, water is strong against fire, correct? Heck, you seem to be good with Pokemon, let me ask you this. Bearing in mind water is strong against fire, if Water Gun hits a fire Pokemon, what becomes of the move's damage? It's doubled. That's right, I knew I could count on you for this. Very basic Pokemon stuff. Using moves of a type that your opponent is weak to is a super effective tactic. Multiplies the damage of those moves by 2. On the other hand, using moves of a type your Pokemon is resistant to isn't very effective. It divides the damage of your move in 2. I don't mean to encroach on Miss Dendra's battle studies territory, of course, but I thought it best to use a lively topic as an example. It can make maths fun even for those of you who don't much like the subject, don't you think? Is that the bell? I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next class. I hope you're looking forward to it too. Let's try battle studies, since it was brought up. Like battle studies with Miss Dendra? Class will begin soon. Is it just me or is the loading screen? No, it's still a bit lengthy, isn't it? Osu, say hello to your battle instructor. The one, the only, the hot-blooded Dendra! Osu is a karate thing, by the way. Look it up! My age 25, my hobby working out, my type? Well... strong and muscular fighting types, of course! That's all for my introduction. As for my class, this is where you get to learn all the nitty-gritty of Pokemon battling. We'll start with the basics so no trainer gets left in the dust. Even if you're new to this stuff, have no fear. Leave it to me and my muscles and you'll be pros in no time. Oh wait, that's me and Lizzie at the left there. Let's set our fighting spirits ablaze together. Pokemon have all kinds of attack moves at their disposal. Each move has certain qualities that you'll want to remember. We're talking about power, type, and category of these moves. Higher power means more damage, especially if your opponent is weak to that move's type. Heads up, new kid, question coming your way. There are 2 categories that attack moves fall under. Know what they are? Physical and special. What about statuses, though? You're just as sharp as I expected, new kid. Looks like you have a handle on the basics. Anyway, attack moves are split into 2 categories, physical and special. Physical moves do more damage on the Pokemon's attack stat. Special moves do the higher with the Pokemon's special attack stat. On the other side, Pokemon getting hit by these moves can take less damage by having a higher defense or special defense stat, respectively. In conclusion, Pokemon that are good with physical moves should raise their attack stat. Pokemon that are good with special moves should raise their special attack stat. Try to raise both of these stats equally will just make it hard for the Pokemon to shine in battle. I mean, mixed sweepers though, then you can catch them off guard no matter what they're doing. Make your strong points stronger, I always say. That goes for people and Pokemon. I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. I guess we're out of time. We'll generally meet for my class here in the schoolyard, even for book learning. Nothing like a little fresh air to make studying more fun, am I right? Class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. Should I just make the whole episode these tutorials, because these aren't exactly stunning things? Actually, I think I'll just go through every first lesson here, because I'm curious at how they're going to tie in the things that aren't directly Pokemon stuff, like, well, history here. History with Miss Rifled. Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. Oh, I see we have some new students with us here today. My name is Ryford. I'll be the one to impart knowledge of the past to your little minds. History is a wonderful thing, truly splendid. It gives us an excuse to reuse assets from Pokemon Legends Arceus. The lives of our ancestors throughout history forge the path to the present in which we live. Today, you shall learn about the most mysterious location in all of Paldea, the Great Crater. As you are all aware, a massive crater known as the Great Crater of Paldea exists in the heart of our region. The area inside of this crater is called Area Zero. Research of its geological strata and material composition has shown that the crater is in fact over 1 million years old. It was long believed a certain something rested at the bottom of this mysterious crater. Ah, perfect timing to make eye contact, young Ekam. Immersion broken, I would never make eye contact with anyone. Answer me this. What exactly was believed to rest in the depths of Great Crater inside Area Zero? I mean, two of these options are pretty silly. That is correct. You are a surprisingly clever one, aren't you? I see you did your homework. It's the Ace Attorney problem, where you're being asked a very question that's something you think you have to think very carefully about, but then two of the options are very obviously wrong, so you figure it out by process of elimination. I see you did your homework prior to coming to my class. That's right. Some believed a treasure more valuable than anything else in this world rested in the depths of the Great Crater. So a Master Ball. So much for dreams of treasure hunting. Though a lab has been built in those very same depths. Oh, and before I forget, you would all do well to remember that the Great Crater and Area Zero are both off limits to all but those who have official business there. Do not dare entertain the notion of gallivanting off to Area Zero in search of riches. Clearly, by official business you mean buy the DLC, because I'm pretty sure there's Area Zero DLC. It is no place for children dreaming of treasure and adventure. Besides, if it were at all possible to investigate the area, I would surely be the first to do so. Oh, that's the time already. I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. Nemona is in every class, though. I can see why the fandom got swept away by making her a Yandia. Good evening, Ekam. What class would you like to take? How are you going to teach me a language? Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. My dear students, how are you all today? Feeling good, I hope? Je m'appelle Salvatore. My name is Salvatore. Merci beaucoup. That is, thank you very much for your attention here in my class. I made a mistake. I'm so happy for this chance to re-experience my younger days with you all. Do you know what Salvatore means? It means savior. So just imagine I'm here to save you from spooky new languages. Funny. No? That's right, my classes will teach you about various languages from different regions. You may say good morning or hello as a greeting, but people from elsewhere may say bonjour or salute. I've even heard there's a popular streamer out there who smashes several languages together and says hello, hello, hola, ciao and bonjour. There's so many regions out there in the world, each can have their own unique languages. Grazie, merci, zizi, arigato, danke, these all have the same meaning. Can you guess what it is? Thank you. Wow, heckin' was it? Bravo, that's correct. Speaking up is important in language learning too. Gracias, merci, zizi, these words all mean thank you. I guess some of you already knew that, at least one of those. Despite all meaning the same thing, their lengths and sounds are all different. Isn't that interesting? And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. When you travel abroad, you should try to speak the local language as much as you can, even if you can't speak it very well. I'm sure your willingness to try will make the people you meet very happy. Honestly, from my experience, just being able to say hello, delicious, and thank you in the local language will get you pretty far. For everything else, just pretend you're Mr. Mime and gesture away. Oh, there's the pesky bell. I guess that's all the time we have for today. Well, adios, matinee, à la prochaine. See you later, everyone. I mean, speaking of cultures, I actually remember seeing a video on YouTube of someone categorizing what abnormalities from Lobotomy Corporation would be assigned to in things like would they be an invasive species or would they be a national icon. And Apocalypse Bird is definitely national icon. It's definitely deadly enough to live here. Good morning, what class would you like to take? We have 2 more, and it should be able to wrap up the episode with that. You'd like art with Mr. Hassel? I mean, it sounds like a hassle, but sure. You're booing me, but you know I'm right. Greetings, I'm Hassel. I'll be teaching this art class. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Now, let me be candid for one moment. I imagine many of you will forget all you learned in this class once you graduate. After all, you don't need a basic understanding of artwork, much less a refined appreciation of beauty for most exams or jobs. So, is my class a waste of time for you then? I think not! At least, I certainly hope it isn't. Think for a moment, all of you, what is beauty anyway? What makes something beautiful? Oh, what was it? Oh, Captain, my Captain? Engineering and sciences are important jobs because they keep us alive, but it's the arts that give us a reason to live. The Eye of the Beholder? Interesting, thank you, Ekam. Oh, I don't mean to suggest there's a correct answer to my query. The important thing is that you all take time to think about it. Think about why you might find beauty in a flower blooming on the side of a road, for example. Question why the sky is a different shade of blue than the ocean or why the leaves change colour. Ponder the windmills of Artisan and how they move. I mean, now you've got me pondering why they stopped turning just so a ninja could sit on them. Contemplate the chilling bite of the waters of Cascarafa. I'm sure you'll find every little detail of your lives will seem more vivid, more impactful, if you just take a moment to stop and think. And I'm certain if you stop and truly appreciate the little beauties of this world, it will help you pull you through the days where your studies have you exhausted or when work has dampened your spirits. Do pardon me for waxing philosophical. You don't need to understand all of that now. To put it simply, it is true one doesn't need art to survive, but it certainly makes surviving much more enjoyable. It's my hope this class will add even a little bit of colour to your lives. That's all for today. Next time we'll try a more hands-on approach to appreciating beauty. Man, I miss Pokemon contests. They were actually a lot of fun in Gen 3. But I don't think I don't see it as likely that we're going to get another remake, so it's been lost to the 3DS era. One more. You'd like home ec with Mr. Saguaro. Class will begin shortly, don't be tardy. I see we have some energetic young ones in our class this time around. You may call me Mr. Saguaro. Your time here will be spent obtaining knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life. Many of you have left the care of your parents to live here on your own in the Academy dormitory. I pray the knowledge I impart to you will improve the quality of your lives, the necessities thereof, food, clothing, shelter. Of those three categories, I assume the most pressing and interesting for you all is food. When you eat sandwiches on your picnics, the HP of your party Pokemon will be restored. You also gain something called Meal Powers, which can provide all manner of benefits. For example, these powers can make Pokemon easier to catch or increase the experience points that your Pokemon receive. I think you'll also find that the breadth of these effects can be expanded by crafting sandwiches of superb flavour. What's more, there's a certain something that's particularly important if we wish to receive Meal Powers with even more helpful effects. Let me see. Master Ekam, tell me, what must you keep in mind to receive even more helpful Meal Powers? Oh dear, it's either the top one or the bottom one. I have to remember to put my heart into it. That is an interesting take, though not exactly what I was looking for. I suppose you are correct in a sense. The choice of ingredients, including both fillings and condiments, is an important factor in gaining even more helpful meal powers. See, I figured that would determine which meal powers we get. It didn't... I guess I misunderstood the question a bit. For example, using sweet ingredients in your sandwiches may help you gain egg power. Including numerous bitter ingredients, on the other hand, can get you item drop power. Learn to aim for specific effects when crafting sandwiches will almost certainly make your culinary endeavours more enjoyable. Be aware, however, you can also receive meal powers by eating at restaurants. I would say I feel the utmost joy for you all learned much in my class and came to better understand OMEC. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you farewell! I'm not entirely sure how useful all of that is, but I appreciate the fact that this isn't just a school in name only and an excuse plot to get us out there, that you can actually come here and attend classes to learn some things. Anyway, off screen I'm going to have a look at my team to try and figure out how I want to attempt a Steel type Pokemon. Maybe we'll have to go out looking for new Pokemon because I don't recall us having any good fighting types. But either way, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.